Happy Boxing Day! Or Happy September if you're watching this later. We're talking about cats and boxes. Why do cats love boxes so much, and how can you use boxes to enhance the life of your cat? Let's start with why cats seem to be drawn into boxes like magnets. Cats are both predator and prey, so the boxes tap into both parts of a cat's biology. Boxes allow the cats to hide and feel protected by the walls of the box, but still allow them to observe what's going on around them. Many totally open boxes allow the cat to escape if needed, so they don't become trapped by a predator. If they happen to be in the predator role themselves, they get to leap out of the box and chase after their prey. Boxes allow the cat to remain hidden from something while they're hunting. It gives them a tactical advantage, similar to the advantage they'd get from being at the top of a cat tree. Or I suppose in nature it would be the top of an actual tree. I don't think that there are any cat trees that are found in nature, but I'm not a botanist, so I don't know. Cardboard boxes are also made of a material that cats like to scratch, so they can be useful for harnessing a normal behavior for cats into an acceptable location for us, which leads into how can we use these boxes for cats? Let's start with scratching. You can turn boxes that you get from things you order from the interwebs into scratchers for your cat. You can either cut strips of cardboard using scissors or a box cutter, or there's a handy cardboard strip cutter that you can get to cut strips of cardboard into even strips in a safe and protected way. These can then be glued together, potentially inside another box, and turned into a scratcher for your cat. Even if your cat doesn't like scratching cardboard, there's still plenty of uses for boxes for cats. Chances are your cat will naturally be drawn to certain boxes. Honestly, just keep these boxes for your cat. I have a few boxes that through the years I've managed to collect that just kind of stay with me and have been with me for multiple moves. Man, I sound like I am hoarding boxes, don't I? I have a box that came with a rug, one that housed an under the desk elliptical, and one from a product I reviewed from a different video that both of my cats love. You don't have to keep every box that your cat likes, but using boxes as cozy nooks or places to hide is inexpensive, and it only costs you the cost of whatever was in the box. So actually the boxes may be pretty expensive. You can easily turn a box into a food puzzle for your cat using crinkly paper, newspaper, or tissue paper. Toss treats or kibble in and bam, foraging activity for your cat. If you're feeling more crafty, try using toilet paper or paper towel tubes glued together to create a digging puzzle using a cardboard box. Using string or ropes to create a little matrix for your cat that they have to navigate to get their treats. What a fun creative activity for your cat. Just always make sure that you're supervising your cat during use so then they don't accidentally eat some of the string, because that's not the snack part. You can also take a toilet paper tube or paper towel tube, put it on a long stick, and suspend it in the box. Your cat will just have to stick their cute little paw in and spin it around in order to get the snacks, which will then fly out. If you want to make it easier or just mix it up for your cat, cut some holes in the tube so then the treats can come from multiple locations. Get creative with what you use. As long as it's safe, there's a lot of things that you can use to make your own homemade cardboard box food puzzle that's truly unique to your cats. You could even do them all in the same box in some sort of super cardboard box food puzzle. But food puzzles aren't the only boxy fun for cats. Using crinkly paper to conceal a wand toy or just cut a hole in the side of a box to stick a wand toy in and move it around will get your cat playing. A flattened box can also be used for what I like to call a puppet theater. It's a similar concept to cutting a hole in a box and sticking a wand toy in, but you flatten the box and you stick it up in a doorway. You play with your cat on just one side. Just be prepared that your cat may leap over the box like Poutine likes to do. That's part of the fun though. If you're feeling really advanced, you can make a cardboard labyrinth for your cat using multiple boxes connected, or assemble the boxes into some sort of cat castle made of cardboard. I haven't actually done this yet, but I have a really incredible client that made this amazing cat castle for sweet little Plum here. Hi, Plum. Look how incredible this is. Plum has a garden and he has multiple places to climb and hide and rest. He's got bird friends, he's got toys to play with. What more could a cat ask for? Also, how cool does this castle look? It fits perfectly on the desk. You're not gonna find anything like this in a store. It doesn't have to be a cat castle if that's not your vibe. Do whatever you like. Even a single unmodified box can be a great tool for play or rest for your cat. Try turning the box on its side, keeping different flaps open, and just experiment. Now, what if your cat doesn't like boxes?
What?
Are they broken? No, not in the least. You may not have found the right box for your cat. That kind of sounds like your cat is dating boxes. Somebody should make a dating app for cats and boxes. There are a lot of ways that boxes can vary, so your cat may want something taller, longer, bigger, smaller, more open, less open, narrower, upright, or on its side. There are a lot of boxes out there. In some cases, the explanation may be that your cat really just does not like boxes. Not all cats like everything, much like how not all humans like everything. I hear some particularly weird humans don't like cats. What freaks? It's not bad for your cat to not like boxes, and it's not worth stressing too much about the specific why. It's just a normal variation and a quirk. And unlike not liking cats, it's not a sign of serious psychopathology. Probably. Or it's possible that your cat may just need to go on more box dates. You should probably go order a few things and then give your cat that box. If your cat has found a box they like, please let me know in the comments which box it is and where you found it, because I know that Poutine and Prozac both want to try a few more boxes.